way. My channel is called Inspirational Ambivert. This is the Let's Get Inspired episode 11. Today's a Friday. It's what time are we on now? It's 9 o'clock at night in the evening. A bit of a later one for me really, but I've been working all week. So it's a Friday, 9 o'clock. It's the 27th of June. Sorry, let me just adjust this. And just to let you guys know, this is the first time that I've done a live vlog using my phone. A lot of people won't know. Basically, you need 50 subscribers on your YouTube channel to be able to create live videos on your phone. Prior to that, I've been using my PC, the camera on my PC basically. But this is a lot better because I've got the lighting and the camera, etc. So I'm much happier with this setup, if I'm honest. But I've just got to get used to the phone with it in a live version, that's all. So please bear with me if you don't mind. Just to let you know, I have got notes, which I'll be referring to, and then I'm going to elaborate on them notes. My videos, this is live obviously, so it's delivered in a freestyling type of manner. If you want to see more edited, punchy videos, which is a lot shorter than what this is, just check out my channel, check out my content. My content is trying to be, as in the name, inspirational. It's just, I'm trying to inspire people. I'm trying to create something positive. I'm trying to help people, particularly men, but it can be women as well, I suppose. But a lot of my content is aimed with regards to men, trying to help them out as best I can, based on my own experiences and my own knowledge and my own wisdom. Obviously, I don't know everything. I don't know everything, and I don't claim to. And I'm fully aware that one size will never fit all. But I'm just giving my perspective, and I do believe that can help. Mortal Kombat number 1, hi, hello. Nice of you to join the chat. So, I'm going to be talking. Obviously, any questions that anyone's got to ask, please just drop a comment and I'll respond the best I can, really. But what I'm going to talk about today is, sorry, I'm referring to my notes just to be open and honest, is that why solitude is the healing that men desperately need after a bad relationship. So why you need that time, my opinion is you need time alone. If you've been through a bad relationship, for whatever reason, I believe that you need time alone to heal and to work on yourself. Not everyone's going to agree on that. How do I know about these things? I've lived through it. I've been through it. I've been dumped. I've been cheated on when I was younger. I've been in bad relationships, toxic relationships. So I know exactly how it feels. And I'm just going to give my perspective. Obviously, I'm just going to give my perspective on it. But again, am I perfect? Definitely not. Say hi. Let's have a look. So Madison, you look like Felix from Stray Kids. What's Felix? Is it a cat or something? I don't know what that is, Madison. I don't know what that is. But anyway, thanks. Whichever. Right, so referring to my notes, so I'm going to be talking about healing, especially for men that have come out of those bad relationships. And I'm going to talk about solitude and the power that can be found in solitude. And obviously I'll answer any questions. So, I'm going to talk about my story, really, if anyone's interested, about my story about being cheated on. I think it happened when I was younger. Must have been about 18. And obviously, very inexperienced, young man, very underdeveloped. And just, what was I going to say then? Just basically, you just fall in love, don't you? You find a girl, you fall in love. You're young. You don't communicate very well or whatever. That's hindsight, I suppose. And being cheated on, it's a horrible feeling. And then you see them with somebody else. You think, oh shit, it's not a nice feeling. I got cheated on, bad vibes forever. Yeah, and it's really painful. It's fucking really painful. It teaches you though. There's beauty in the pain, but it fucking hurts. And And yeah, and what do you do then? What do some people do? They jump, if they can, they jump straight back into another relationship, but they never work on themselves. And history can kind of repeat it. Yeah, it hurts a lot. Exactly, it does hurt a lot. And I think another one as well. Later on, Muslim as well. Respect. When I was got a little bit older, I was in a bad relationship as well. Again, I think I attracted it at the time, though, if I'm honest. I was in my later 20s. I was a bit toxic myself. And yeah, I just remember just being used, absolutely used, treated like shit. Not easy to go through, let's be honest. And just trying to deal with it the best I could. And I just remember just what would she do? What would she do? This person who I used to be with. This is a long time ago, of course. I'm in a good relationship now, but this is a long time ago. What she would do? All she would do is talk. She'd never ask me about me. She'd drink a bottle of wine every night and drink it. She'd never offer me any, not that I wanted it all the time. She was like Jekyll and Hyde. So one day you are a king, you're treated like a king, and then the next day you're treated like you're a piece of shit, even though you've not done anything wrong. And it hurts, man. It really does hurt. Your ego's hurt, isn't it? It's painful. And I put up with a lot of shit. I put up with a load of shit, honestly. And this is the story goes, and I put up with a lot of shit for a long time. And what happened was, I used to go to Muay Thai kickboxing. It took me physical pain to find out. And I did a jumping elbow on the pads, and I landed on my ankle. So when I landed on my ankle, it just blew up, loads of pain. And then I couldn't drive, so the gym instructor took me home. I got home. I got home, long story short. My ankle was massive, huge, really in a lot of pain. And then she was just sat there, pissed, drunk, because she used to drink every day. Obviously, red flags, not a good thing. Each their own with the drinking, by the way, but too much, man. And I remember just looking at it, my ankle. I need to go to the hospital, basically. And all she did was just looked at it and then just carried on talking about how bad her day was. You know what I mean? Just talking about how bad her day was. So I just thought, oh, that's not the best, is it? That's not the best, obviously. So anyway, I was in a lot of pain. She fell asleep this night. And then my dad ended up taking me to the hospital at 3 a.m. And this is during the week. He had work the next day. He took me to the hospital. And then I had an epiphany. But it took the physical pain to make me realise that my relationship was shit. It took that. And then I thought, oh, she doesn't care about me. She doesn't give a shit. She only talks about herself. I'm helping her all the time as well, doing the best I can for her. Give. And it's not coming back. It's not being reciprocated, is it? Too one-sided, sorry. And thanks for the subscribe, by the way. Bad vibes forever. Thank you. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. And yeah, so I basically took that pain to realise that I was in a bad relationship. So anyway, long story short, I'll move on soon, don't worry. Then I stopped caring as much. I thought, I'm not going to be so nice anymore. No more Mr. Nice Guy. You're taking the piss. I was really mad at myself. I thought, what the hell? How the hell have you accepted this? How the hell have you put up with this shit? Long story short. And then the relationship broke down because I was putting all the energy into it, and that was keeping the relationship together, as dysfunctional as that was. So this was, let's say, a bad one-sided relationship. This is when I was younger. Luckily now I'm in a good relationship. Been in a relationship for 9 years. It's a really good, healthy relationship. But it took the bad ones to get to the good one, if you get what I'm saying. So that's where I think I know what I'm talking about with regards to this. Sorry, freestyling here with the way I speak, obviously. So that's why I'm going to be talking today about what I did after that. I was in a lot of pain. I was used. I was taken for a muppet, basically. Not good enough. Was I strong enough as a man at the time? No, I wasn't. I had a lot of work to do then. I had a lot of fucking work to do. And it took a long time for me to become stronger as a man, to become better as a man. As imperfect as that is, of course, I'm imperfect. Of course, I'm still learning. But I do believe relationships can, what happens as well, sorry, is when you get rejected. I got rejected when I was younger, and it can have an effect later on, can't it? You have a fear of rejection, and it can make you very insecure, obviously. But I believe that this solitude, time alone, I know it's a bit deep, this, but that time alone is really good for personal development and working on yourself. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So I've talked about my past stories. How did I feel? I felt insecure at the time. I didn't feel good at the time. Feeling drained, feeling insecure. So I'm looking at my notes a moment. And then obviously what some people do is, honest to God, and women do this, women can get into relationships a lot quicker than men, in my opinion, unless you're like super rich or super handsome, which I'm obviously not. Look at the state of me, bald head and everything. But what a lot of people can do is they go from relationship to relationship. So they only have the honeymoon period, and that's all that they do. They just keep jumping from one to the next, and they never work on themselves. So they're insecure, but they're not working on themselves. And I think this is really important in life. Anyway, so let's move on. So number one is, so this is why solitude can heal. This is why it's important, in my opinion. If anyone's got any opinions, oh, thank you. You're very handsome. Thank you, Sander. Appreciate it. Thanks. So why solitude can heal and mental clarity returns. Number one is mental clarity returns. So when you're alone, the noise fades. You finally hear your own thoughts, not theirs. So I'm going to repeat this, and then I'm going to reflect upon it the best I can. So when you're alone, the noise fades. So all that hustle and bustle, I remember being in a bad relationship or whatever, or it could even be not a bad relationship. It could just be something that's served it's ran its course, for example, or whatever that is. But when you're alone, the noise fades. So all that hustle, that negativity and toxicity. Sorry, dropping my notes there. It's happening. If you're in a bad relationship, you're around that energy all the time. So if you're a toxic person, they're going to drain you. They're going to drain you big time. They're going to take all your energy away from you, especially if they're really selfish, if they're narcissistic, if they're toxic. It's not going to be good, is it? It's not going to be good at all. I remember leaving that relationship, and then when we split up, because I stopped being so nice, the relationship just died. It died. It was game over. And I was upset and I was angry at myself, but it felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. Like I felt like I could move again. It was amazing. And that is where I think that basically that's when the noise can fade down. And that's when, but you're on your own. You've got to get used to being on your own. Trust me, I've been on my own how many years? A long time before the relationship I'm in now. We were on my own for a long, long, long time. But I think I needed it. I needed to work on myself. And then you can finally start to hear your own inner thoughts. You're alone, aren't you? So it's just you and your thoughts, thinking about your thoughts, applying the power of now, that type of mindset. The only time, people have probably said this loads of times, but the only time you have, the present is called the present because it's a gift as a present, power of now, basically. And you can finally hear your own thoughts, and you're not hearing someone else's thoughts, someone else's bullshit, basically. If you're really a toxic person, they're just going to be giving you all the crap, and that's now gone because you're on your own, for example. I think that's where solitude can bring you true clarity, let's say. So I'm going to move on to number two, which is you stop performing. So I'm just going to refer to my notes again. You're not trying to impress, fix, or chase anyone. You get to just be. And that's powerful. So I'm going to read that one more time, and then I'm going to reflect on it and try and add my own lib to it, let's say. So you're not trying to impress. No, because you're on your own. You're not trying to show off. You're just on your own. You're not trying to fix anything, are you? You're not trying to fix anything. You're healing. You're recharging. You're finding yourself again. Because when you're in a relationship or whatever it is, or whatever it is, it could be in friendship. you're involved in other people, aren't you? You sometimes we're supposed to be subconsciously trying to impress others, don't we? But now if you're on your own, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. You're just focusing on yourself. You're focusing on your flaws as well, which you can get into eventually. And you're not trying to chase anyone either. That's a big one, in my opinion. Because I believe, because I've done it. Trust me, I've done it. When you're trying to chase people, when you feel like you're desperate. Sorry, I'm trying to elaborate the best I can here. When you feel like it's hard to get the words out. If you come across as though you're desperate, I believe that people can pick up on it. They know, they can smell it on you. You can smell desperate. You're coming from a desperate place. And when you're coming from a desperate place, you're going to make desperate decisions, aren't you? So let's say. But when you're on your own, you're going to stop performing, obviously. You're not going to be chasing anybody. You're just working on yourself. And you're just going to be yourself, be calm, be yourself, be in your own energy, be in that solitude, be in that peace. It's such, some people feel uncomfortable with these things, don't they? But I think it's great. It's just, you're on your own, you're just recharging. It's brilliant. What a lot of people do, obviously, they don't like solitude, do they? They avoid it, or some people, I suppose we all do it to an extent, they avoid it. How do they avoid it? We go to work, don't we? Some people are workaholics, they work loads of hours. Some people just always have to be doing something, so they're always out with friends, they're always doing activities. And again, these things aren't always a bad thing. But too much of it can be an avoidance thing. And I think I've said these things before as well. Obviously as well, there's alcohol, drinking, etc., which again, is not always a bad thing. It's a sip of water, sorry. That's not always a bad thing. Being busy, going out drinking, etc. That could be a good thing, can be relaxing, of course. But a lot of people do it to avoid things. And a lot of the time, they're avoiding themselves. And obviously, drug taking is another thing. That's something I used to do when I was younger, by the way. A lot of. I was bad. Not now, obviously. But I was avoiding myself. I didn't know myself. I was insecure as hell. And I was just numbing myself with alcohol and stupid shit. Anyway, but when you're on your own, that's where your true power can be, where you can truly find yourself. So that's what I get from that. So you're going to stop performing. So I'm going to move on to number 3. You rebuild self-respect. Big one. You're rebuilding self-respect. So you remember your boundaries, and you remember that peace is better than pretending. I'm going to say it again. You remember your boundaries. You remember that peace is better than pretending. So it's good to know, let me think. It's good to know your boundaries, isn't it? It's good to set boundaries in place. Because otherwise, you're going to tolerate. You're going to tolerate shit. You don't want to tolerate. You want to have respect, self-respect. And obviously, if you're going to meet someone, you want them to have self-respect as well. And you need to put boundaries in place. There's certain things that, in my mind, I just won't tolerate. If you've got, imagine just this, someone who's really, really selfish, like a super selfish person. That to me is a massive red flag, because they only care about themselves. They don't care about you. They only care about what they can get out of you. And the last thing that you want to do in your life is be with someone that's like that. State the obvious. It's not going to be good, is it? It's not going to end well, because they're just going to use you. And do you want to be a muppet? No, life's short, man. Life is fucking short. And the last thing you want to do is be with someone that's going to be using you. So that's when solitude, as a man or a woman, doesn't matter always, it's good to be on your own. It's good to be on your own, isn't it? Because that's when you can recharge again. And then you can think about what you want. And I think also when you set boundaries, if you truly believe in them, you've got to be that yourself as well. You've got to, sorry, trying to get the words out here. Yeah, you've got to, if you become the person that you want to have a relationship with, which might sound a bit strange, but to become the person, become a successful, healthy, strong person, someone who's not desperate. You're happy being on your own. You're good. You're golden. You're just living your life. You're happy to live your life on your own. That can help with finding your boundaries and then living true to those boundaries as well. And also, peace is a big thing in life, isn't it? Being in a toxic relationship that's unhealthy, it's not going to feel good. It might be good at the beginning. It might be exciting at the beginning, which it can be. But if you're with a toxic person that doesn't give a shit about you, they're only using you, they're only going to disrespect you, they're only going to put you down, etc., which is no good. You're going to be, let's say might be some pretending in there. You're pretending that it's good, you're pretending that life's good, etc., etc. But peace is everything. Peace is important. So, sorry, that's all I've got to say about that one. So that's number 3 done. We're moving on to number 4. This is all about how solitude can heal, of course. I'm explaining it the best way I can, as imperfect as that is. If anyone's got any questions or anything, please comment below and I'll answer them the best I can. My content is intended to be inspirational and positive as much as possible. Yeah, so that's that. So number 4, time to reflect and not react. So time to reflect and not react. So a breakup is a trigger. Sorry, I'm referring to my notes again. Solitude gives you time to respond rather than lash out. So solitude gives you time to respond rather than lashing out. So that's the power of reflection, I suppose. Also, it's like, this is hard though sometimes. Sometimes it can be very, sorry, one moment, another sip of water. It gives you that, what solitude going to give you. Basically, it's, sorry, I'm trying to get the words out now, guys. It's not always easy. I'm basically speaking to myself in front of a camera in a room on my own. And I'm trying to come up with something now and I'm just freezing a little bit, but that's okay. It's all good. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the training, I suppose. I think reflection's really good, man, because you can think of, this is hard. Sorry, I'm going back to what my point was before. I lost my train of thought, sorry. What can happen if you're in a relationship and it doesn't work out, and if you've got anything about you, eventually you're going to look at yourself. You're going to think, how was I in that relationship? What did I get wrong? How? Own it, basically. Because basically everybody's shit stinks, doesn't it? Of course. Of course it does. And if you're in a relationship, it doesn't work out. If you're with a toxic person, you probably attracted that toxic person, which might sound harsh and people might not agree, but you probably did, because I've done it when I was younger, because I wasn't healthy myself at the time. And you attract those relationships, so meaning that you need that time alone, that solitude. You need it, man. You do, because you need to work on yourself. You need to think, actually, my shit stinks. What have I done wrong in this relationship? What can I do differently? How could I be better? That could be physically better. That could be mentally better. Just working on yourself. This is where solitude is so strong. That's where self-reflection, when you're on your own, you've got your own thoughts. You can think to yourself, what I want to do, who I want to be, who I want to become. What kind of a man do I want to become? What kind of a person do I want to become? Do I want to be healthy? Do I want to be strong? Do I want to be clever? Do I want to be smart? You can improve all those things. And I think that's the beauty of solitude. I'm not saying solitude all the time. You do need interactions with people, of course. I think there's a healthy balance there. But just being on your own, not jumping straight into another relationship. And then you can recharge and rebuild yourself. and it's a really basic one that I think a lot of men do this really. Is what they'll do is they'll be in a relationship, it won't work out, and then they'll just hit the gym. They'll hit the gym. They'll try to make themselves look physically better. They'll try to become physically stronger, and that's just one thing that you can do, of course. But I think reading and just working on yourself, inner work, is vital. Do a lot of people do this? No, they don't. They don't want to know. They don't want to know. But I think it's a good thing. Right, so that's number 4 out of the way. Sorry, this is the first time I've used my phone for my live vlogs. It's a different format. There's a kind of a different feel to it, if I'm honest. And I'm just getting used to it. So, number 5, sorry. Again, referring to my notes. You find joy in simple things again. So number 5 is you find joy in simple things again. That walk, that workout, that hobby you put off, you come back to you, don't you? So, what do you do with that? Basically, what does that mean? It means that you can start. You've got all the time. This is a positive. You've got all the time that you want. You can focus on yourself again. You can think, oh, what hobby do I want to do? I've got time. If you're in solitude, you've just left a bad relationship. It was toxic. It didn't work out. You're in a lot of bloody pain. Now you start to work on yourself. So you're thinking, what can I do? So you can start to do. If you're just on your own, the beauty of it is you can do what you want to do. You've got the time to do it. You can pick up that hobby that you wanted to do. You can have that time to yourself. You can choose what you want to do. There's freedom in that. There's positivity in that. Of course, if you find a positive relationship, that's much better. It's happier, of course. But if you've been in a bad relationship, you need that time on your own. In my opinion, anyway. That's what I'm trying to show you. That's the positives. So that's all I've got to say about that today. I'm going to ask some questions. I really do apologise. This is the first time I've used my phone for a live vlog. I was using my PC prior to this. So I'm going to get used to it, basically. One moment. Sorry, I'm just going to ask a question to the group and then I'll reflect on it. One moment. And again, I apologise. It's the first time I've used my phone for this live vlog. I keep saying the same thing. It doesn't matter. Add. Start a Q&A. Start a poll. What have you learned in your alone time? So I've got a question. I'm just typing it in. Apologies for the wait. And my videos, I'm trying to spread a bit of light to the world in the best way I can. Trying to be positive, really. Trying to produce and create something that's going to be useful and helpful to someone. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, of course. I understand that. Sorry, I'm just writing this question out very slowly. As you can tell. Oh dear. Right. Oh, it takes me forever. I apologise. So what have you learnt in your alone time? Done. Let's move that. What have you learnt in your alone time? So I'll answer this, might as well. If anyone resonates with that question, then please share. What have I learnt? I think I just learned, what did I do in my alone time? I did a lot of reading, and I just did a lot reading about psychology books, etc. And And then I just did a lot of thought, a lot of processing, trying to understand. I think I analyze a lot, so I try to understand why people do things. And in my alone time, in my solitude, I was healing. I was thinking, why has that person done that? Where are they coming from, etc., etc. And then I started to focus that on myself as well, and thinking, why did I do that? Is it because of this? Is it because of that? And then it's looking at the hard thing. It's looking. Sorry, this is a bit scatty video today. It's not my best video. Sorry. And just sorry, not my best video. This one. What else did I learn in my alone time? I'm sorry, I'm even struggling to answer this question myself, which is not great, is it? I just learned who I was, I suppose, what I liked, what I didn't like, what drove me to make certain decisions, why I did certain things. Like, remember, I used to take drugs at the weekend, like recreationally, of course, nothing too heavy, but still not good. And I eventually came away from it, and that required a lot of soul searching. And I think it's just because I was insecure, I didn't like myself, and I used to take drugs as a pick-me-up to give me some false confidence, I suppose, which isn't good. It wasn't true confidence though, of course. It was false confidence. And that time alone, I don't know, you find what you like and what you don't like and what you want. You think about what you want and what you don't want, and then that eventually, if you put your mind to it, you can manifest those things. So that's all I've got to say about that, if I'm honest. What else can I say? Next question. I'm going to start another question now. Put that away. Sorry guys, I'm being terribly slow. Not really saying. I'm going to ask another question now. So when was the last time you felt peace without needing validation from anyone? So I'm just going to type this in and then share it with the group. And then I'll try to elaborate on it the best I can. And then if anyone's got any comments, we'll go from there really. So apologies, it's taking me bloody forever, isn't it? Ask a question. Let's. Sorry, I'm just typing something into my phone at the moment. If anyone doesn't know who I am, basically, what do I do now? I work as full-time as a scrub nurse. I work in operational theatres. I've done it for about 3.5 years. I work there full-time. I work a lot of hours. I work about 45, 50 hours a week. And then I do this in my spare time. I don't usually talk about nursing, though, if I'm honest. I try to talk about things that I'm interested in and life experiences. And try to elaborate on things the best I can. And my intention is obviously to spread some light into the world, because I think the world can be quite a difficult place. A lot of my content is created for men. Because that's what's resonating. The content I've been creating, a lot of it's resonating with men, basically, just the way it's gone. So that's where I'm going with. And I think I've got experiences in life, like everyone else, really, that I try to share with people and try to share some of the wisdom that I've learned. But I believe a lot of the wisdom that we do know, sorry, I'm just typing the question in as I speak. A lot of the wisdom that we do know, it's inside us anyway. We know it deep down. Some of it's really we know it. I believe that we know it deep down, but we forget it. I forget it sometimes. I'm far from bloody perfect. Hence the long time I'm taking to write this. Sorry about this, guys. I'm really sorry. Long question, this actually. But anyway, let's see if anyone. And then. This is a massive fail. This is the first time I've used my phone for this, man. And it's not been my best video, if I'm honest. And let's just go with that. It's spelt really badly. Oh my God. That's terrible. So when was the, sorry, it's not giving me the full. When was the last time you felt peace without needing validation? I couldn't get the word validation in because it's not letting me write that long of a question. So when was the last time you felt peace without needing validation from anyone? I think I've got to a place where I'm at like that now. Like it's good. Like I don't give a, it's good not, the power of not giving a shit what other people think. Don't need the validation, do you, all the time? It's like I know I'm good. I know I'm good. I'm at peace with myself. I like myself. I love myself. I've worked on myself. It's all good. Not every day is going to feel like that, of course. But it's good to have that feeling of peace, man. It's a nice feeling to feel peace in yourself. Oh, it's so nice and calm, man. And let's not tell lies here. I don't always feel like that. Sometimes I feel like shit. But it's just a nice feeling. I'm going to sip of water. Of course, though, validation can be nice. I'm critiquing that a little bit. Validation it's nice, isn't it? It's like if I get a subscriber, it makes me feel good. If I get a like, it makes me feel good. Your Facebook, you get a like, it does make you feel good. Or if someone says, oh, well done, you've done a good job. Or they say, if someone pays you a compliment, that's validation, isn't it? Does it feel good? Absolutely, validation does feel good. But the true power is, I suppose, is just feeling good without that validation. You don't always, like, I suppose, what's that saying? The world is full of approval monkeys. The world is full of approval monkeys. We're all wanting that, aren't we? We're all hooked on that, addicted to that, I suppose. But the true peace and the true confidence comes in just not always needing it. Because you can be, what's that saying as well? 1 minute you're a hero, next minute you're a zero. You know what I mean? You can go to top, you could be top of the world one day. Everyone's singing your praises, thinking that you're the best thing since sliced bread. And then the next day, you're a piece of shit, potentially. Hero to zero, or zero to hero. It goes both ways. But it's always good to stay grounded, isn't it? Don't get carried away with it all. Don't get carried away with that need for validation as well. Just being confident and accepting yourself, I suppose. So that's all I've got to say on that. Okay. Hi again. Hello, bad vibes. How's your week been? I'm still on here, mate. Still on here. I'm going to carry on anyway. So, referring to my notes again. Feeling good. Yeah. Same here, mate. Long week, if I'm honest. Working all week. I just get these videos in when I can. I've not been doing this for that long, if I'm honest. I've been doing this since December the 30th. Oh, it's not been that good. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. It's not easy, is it, sometimes? It's fucking, life's hard, man, I believe. I believe life can be really fucking hard. And I believe that everybody suffers in their own way. Some more than others. And everyone, yeah. You've got 878 subs. Nice one, man. You're doing a lot better than I am. I think I had 54 today. You started in 2017. Wow. Well, bad vibes forever. I will subscribe to you after I finish this. I promise. You'll have 879. You'll have 879. I've got 55. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, I've got 55. Thanks, man. It's not easy, is it? God, you've been doing it since 2017. Do you create content every week? Thanks if you subscribe, by the way. Yeah. I've got 55. Sorry, I'm trying to relate to what you're saying here. So you create content every week. Oh God, you've been at it since 2017, man. It's not easy, is it, at all? You'll know better than I can. Do you know what? I don't even know what that word means. Tentacion, him post about him. I'm not trying to, I don't know what that means, if I'm honest. Sorry to excuse my ignorance with that. Keep going though, by the way, because you post about him. Sorry, right, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to check out your channel. I'm going to subscribe, I promise. He's a rapper. I'm fucking so how much I know. I'll look it up, man. But died in 2018. Didn't know that. You're not far off 1,000 subscribers then, so you're not far off being monetized. I think you might already, you must know a lot more than I do, because you've been at it a lot longer with the content creation thing. What was I going to say then? Yeah, it's a hard graft, I know that. If I've been at it 6 months, I've been posting every week. Honest to God, I've been posting every week. So now I'm doing like 2 a week. And then I got to 55, mate. It's hard. But you're not far off being monetized. I think with the monetization thing, I think about 8.4%, correct me if I'm wrong, or 8.6% of people have 1,000 or more subscribers, and only 2.6% of YouTube creators become monetized. So it's just try your hardest. I am fucking doing it. I'm not giving up. Fuck that. Never give up. Yeah, just got to keep cracking on. Yeah, I think only 2.6% of YouTube creators become monetized. I bet a lot of people give up. You bad vibes forever. You sound like you've got it, man. You sound like you've got it because you've been at it since 2017. You're not giving up. You keep going. You just got to try your hardest. Absolutely. And I find this is obviously this is live content as well, so it's different. I'm just speaking. You're in a room on your own. You're just trying to speak the best I can. And as well, in usual situations, I'm being genuine now, obviously, but I'm not, if I'm in a room or anything, I'm not talking all the time. I've just let other people talk, leave them to it, whatever. So this is not natural for me to talk all the time. I'm getting used to it. But it's, as you probably, I'm sure you already know, it's a process, isn't it? Right, so I'm gonna just go. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Yeah. So I'm gonna continue. So if you're in that, referring to my notes again. If you're in that stage right now, you're alone, you're quiet, and you're unsure. Trust it. It's not a punishment. It's your comeback. It's where the man in you grows. So I'm just gonna go back and read it again. If you're in that stage right now, you're in that shit right now, you're fucking, oh, sorry to swear, I like to swear, by the way. You're on your fucking own, and you're quiet, and you might feel lonely, man. That's been there, man. Sat in the room, been there, trust me, year after year, trust me. But it's a good, it can be a good thing. You can find the light in the dark kind of thing. I know it sounds a bit cheesy. How did you know? How do I personally know? I've been through a lot of shit when I was younger. I was wild when I was younger. I used to just sesh at the weekends, go out at the weekends, take drugs at the weekends. I used to hang around with people that were, let's say, toxic. I was toxic as well. I was lost, didn't know what to do myself, didn't know what to do as a job. I was unhealthy. I used to work. I've always worked, but I'd be out every weekend, mate. And it was fun, don't get me wrong. It's good, innit? It's good fun. But I was just lost and insecure, man. And I was just a sesh so much. I'd stay up for 2, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. It's just crazy, man. Look, now I'm not like that. I'm 42 now. I'm getting on a bit now. And I'm a nurse. I work as a scrub nurse now. But back then I was really insecure, and I had relationships when I was younger that were toxic. I was a naughty boy. Yeah, I was a proper dick. I was a proper dick. I had fun though. Don't get me wrong. I had some good times. I was into the rave scene, going out clubbing. Let's say. Did you vape? Not then. It wasn't out then, was it? I have vapes. Don't do it now. They didn't have vapes now, did they? They didn't have vapes then. You could smoke in clubs then as well, early 2000s. I'm speaking from an English perspective here. Yeah, it was fun, but I was lost. And I used to just remember just like being out all weekend, you were really high, and then guess what's going to happen? You're coming down like a sack of shit. You're coming down like a sack of shit, aren't you? After you've been out all weekend. And that's when you find when you're on your own, and you're in your room on your own, and you're coming down. It's horrible. It really is horrible. And you've got to go to work the next day. And then also I've been in relationships weren't healthy. I was young and naive and underdeveloped. So I had young, underdeveloped relationships, obviously. And obviously that involved rejection and getting dumped sometimes. I was at both ends. Some people I dumped, some people dumped me, as probably you know. And then that's when you're learning. You're on your own, aren't you? You're on your own then. And that's where it's long and painful, really. Unless this lasted years. And then you're trying to get away from the toxic world of drugs, etc. It's difficult because that's all you know. And if that's all you know, that's your circle of friends. That's all you do. It's hard to get away from, in my opinion. It took me a long time to get away. But now, what do? I work in a theatre. I work in a surgical theatre as a scrub nurse. So I help surgeons with instruments, etc., which is totally different. And if I was to say in my 20s when I was wild, or you're going to be a nurse, a qualified nurse, I'd have laughed at you. I think, what the fuck? No chance. Sorry, I keep swearing. But anyway, I don't want to talk about the nursing part. That's what I do now as my job. But I'm very healthy now. I've got a nice relationship. Life's good, man. Life's good. Do you vape? I have vaped, by the way, to change subjects. I'm going on about myself too much. Yeah, vaping. I have done. I think there's something, it's a new kind of, let's say, drug. I think there's something called popcorn lung, isn't there, as well? I think there'll be complications with that. I think it's a relatively new, it's not new, is it? Obviously, it's a relatively new thing. And I'm not an expert on vaping, by the way, but I do believe there'll be consequences. And I do believe that, oh, I'm really young, so don't cuss. Sorry, I didn't realise your age. Right. But yeah, the vaping thing, man, it's like, a lot of the flavours are like Skittle flavour. They're very child friendly, aren't they, I suppose? Yeah, they're very child friendly. And I don't know, they think they know the full consequences of the complications that can be found from vaping. And I think people, like, my cigarettes are very expensive in England right now, as probably a lot of you already know. And then vaping, it's a lot cheaper. You can toot it a lot more. And I think that, yeah, popcorn lung. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about now, really. I'm talking about vapes. Have you ever heard of Brighton Hove Albion? Yes, I have. Football team. Yes. They've been in the Premiership a few years now, but quite a good team. Yeah. God, what football team? Mine's Blackburn Rovers. They're absolutely shocking. They're shocking. Blackburn Rovers. Brighton are a lot better team than Blackburn. That's the team that I used to support when I was younger. Good boy. Oh, God. You support them? Yeah. They weren't in the Premiership for a long, long time. I never heard of them in the Premiership, like, ever until maybe, like, forgive me if I'm wrong, like, is it 3-4 years ago? And they've done really well. You've been mascot. Nice. Did you get paid? Obviously, you got paid. Did you get paid for that as well? Not a bad job. Did you get to watch the games, is the question. Brighton's near. I've been to the closest I've been to Eastbourne. Eastbourne's near Brighton, I think. Because you make me feel bad. You what's out with all the players? Cool. Yeah, you're going to do, aren't you? Yeah, because when they play away, when Man City play at Brighton, for example. That's good. That's a cool job, man. Are you still doing that job? I'm going to stay online for a few more minutes and then I'm going to call it a day soon, guys. I'll see how the chat develops. This is the first time I've used my phone on this, really. It's different. Sorry, I sound like I'm I sound like I'm a bloody idiot, don't I? But anyway. I can stay on as long as I can, mate. I've been... woe is me, by the way, with this. I've been at work all week, mate. What have I done? Monday's... done nearly 50 hours, mate, this week. So, my batteries are going to be running low, man. Let's be nice to each other on here if you can. Be nice to each other. God. I've gone off track really with this one, which is fine, by the way. I've gone off track a little bit. I've just been conversing with other people on here for the first time. I usually just do a script and I just crack on with it. But yeah, it's been a bit of a different one, but it's been good. Has anyone got any questions? I used to work at, God, relating to what you're saying with work, I used to work at Blackburn Rovers, but that was years ago. And yeah, since I was young, I used to watch them when they were really good. They used to be good in the 90s. I'm showing my age now. I worked there for a while behind the bar. I never met the players though, if I'm honest. But I used to get to watch some of the game. I used to get free food. I used to enjoy it, being there. It was good. That was when Blackburn Rovers were, I think it was Mark Hughes that used to be the manager then when I was working there. It was early 2000s. God, I was younger then. It wasn't a bad job. Sander, will you stop being mean? Sander, stop being mean. Not good. Please. Please be respectful. That's not good, Sander. It's not good. Please don't. Please don't. Respectfully, please don't. I'm asking you, please don't. No worries, man. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, they won in. Did you say when? Yeah, they won. God, I'm showing my age now. They won in 94-95 when the Premiership was very early, wasn't it? Yeah, 1994-1995. Blackburn Rovers won the Premiership. Now they're a shadow of them for themselves. Obviously, then. Back then, it didn't take that. They didn't spend millions. I think I'm sure you've heard of Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer was playing for them at the time. I think they bought him for like. Forgive me, I could be wrong. They bought him for about 5 million, maybe less. But that was a lot of money. But now you wouldn't be. You'd have to spend a lot more money to get an Alan Shearer quality of player, let's say. I'm just chilling here now, just sat here like a lemon. I've stopped speaking. I'm chilling. And if anyone doesn't know, like basically, you've got to be able to use your phone to create live YouTube content. You need 50 subscribers. We pay 40 million per player. Yeah. And that's probably not the max, is it now? It's mad how it's changed. It's gone crazy. No disrespect to footballers. If someone offered you loads of money to play football, you're going to say yes, aren't you? Why wouldn't you? Happy days, you're winning. But I think they pay too much. Everyone says that. But it's not their fault. It's not their fault. Good for them. But I think it's silly money. It's just it just shows how imbalanced the world is, I suppose. We see these people as heroes, etc. Good lemon, thanks. Cheers. The 40 million per player, it's mad, isn't it, how much they earn? One of my colleagues' son plays for Man United. He's called Bauman, Bauman, and he plays for United, but he's only 18. I think he's 18 or 19. He's not got to the first team at all yet. He's on the website if you look him up. I forgot his name, something Bauman. I forgot his first name. But she was saying a lot of the players, a lot of the young players, they don't make it. And they just weed him out. He must be a really good player to still be playing for Man United, but he's not in the first team. He's back in the under 18s or under 21s, I think he plays for. But she said he struggles to get any games. Okay, I'm going to call it a day, man. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I have been talking about the positives of solitude, really. How solitude is a good thing, how it can be a good thing. I've gone off track a little bit, of course, but I do think it is. Good work on yourself, man. Realise that your shit does stink. Of course, work on yourself. And that's how you become stronger and healthier, man. Is it easy? No, but do that inner work. And also, you shouldn't accept second best is good enough for no one, man. So if you do get rejected, you get dumped or whatever, second best is good enough for no one, is it? No. Have some self-respect. Have some, Put some good boundaries in place, and then you'll find no, all right, bad vibes forever. Here we go, lad. I see. But I believe it's a good thing, man. Work on yourself, be strong, be healthy. It's all good, man. That's how you win. I'm going to go to an hour. I've done an hour. I think that's long enough. I will be doing more videos like this in the future. If you want to check out my channel, then please do. I'll be creating more content, of course, as I do every week. If you want to check out my channel, do. If you can, subscribe or send a like. I really appreciate it. I know life's hard out there. It's not always easy. Just keep putting each step. Just keep moving forwards, man. That's the best you can do, innit? Just do your best. Try and be a good, kind person. Try to be a decent person. Try to be a healthy person. I know it's not always easy. And just look after each other. So I'm going to call it a day. Thank you for your time. Goodbye, and enjoy your weekend.